We are going to answer the question today of a student who got married to a woman who was married previously, and he tried to do everything differently compared to the previous relationship, but it didn't solve. Do you want to know what he did? You will learn today. Let's answer the question of this student. Coming back. Can I? We're going to answer the question of our student who is trying for a last time to restore his marriage. Let's listen to what happened to him.
I have a question to ask. I have always been a devoted husband. I have always been a provider. I have never let my wife go without anything. We don't have any children, and ever since we got married, it always seems like I'm never enough. She came from a turbulent marriage, and in that marriage, she was the provider. But here, everything became the complete opposite. She was exhausted, worn out, tired. I did the complete opposite of what her ex-husband used to do. I did complete opposite. And even then, it seems that it's still not enough. That kept discouraging me until it reached the point where I ended up cheating on her. I deeply regret it because by her side, I built so many things and learned so many good things, but I truly regret it. I don't know what to do. She found out about the affair, and I think I have already lost her. We got back together, but I don't know. I think I have already lost her. I love her. She is a good person, kind, hardworking, and determined. The only problem was this. I became discouraged. I ended up doing the wrong thing, and I admit my mistake. I don't know what to do to go back to the way we were before.
You cannot go back to how it was. Remember that your before was bad. Before was bad before getting worse. So you don't need to get back, and even getting back, it will not get better. What you must understand is the following. I'll make a few things clear for all men here. Like our student who sent his question. Men have this terrible habit to look for help when everything's almost over, which is the situation that you spoke about. As you said, you believe that you lost her already. So men hold on to the situation until the woman can no longer handle it. So you husband, you man, if you want to be more prudent than the average, so when you face a problem in your relationship, you must be quick to act and solve the problem. And if you cannot do it on your own, be quick to look for help. Because if you make the mistake that most make, you end up losing your relationship, the woman you love. And later, you will lament. But let's see what you can do, student. You emphasized that you are a provider, right? Contrary to her ex-husband, where she was the provider. However, she was tired, and most probably she brought to this marriage a bad luggage. And she was looking for something else. It's quite common for both men and women, when coming out of a bad marriage, to get involved with someone else who has the opposite of what the ex had. In this case, she had to sustain the ex. Then she got tired and she found you, a hard working man, a provider. Good. This part was supplied. However, she learns that there's something else missing. I don't know if you were not caring enough or patient. I don't know if adrenaline romance was missing. Something was missing that she switched herself off. Maybe she was sick from the previous relationship, which is quite common. The person comes out broken from the previous relationship. They do not get healed. They get into a new relationship and she brings these problems. And even though the other person is wonderful, the person cannot make that relationship complete because they are not well. We always say this, we stress this point in love therapy, that first you must be well alone, so that later you may be well with someone else. If you are bad alone, you are bad. You ended a relationship or you have an addiction, you have unresolved issues, you are bad alone. Please, for goodness sake, do not join a new relationship. You will just make things worse and destroy someone else's life. First, you need to be well alone, so that later you may be well with someone else. These are the steps. It's like you're trying to make a recipe and changing the order. You're preparing that food, but every recipe there's an order. Depending on the recipe, first you boil the water and you add the pasta. There's an order. If you change the order, you will mess it up. Like when you put on your clothes. Imagine you, man, putting your underwear over your pants, over your trousers. It will be ridiculous because are you Superman? Because only he can do it. And be successful. I don't recommend this for any man on the face of this planet. Allow Superman to do it because it works for him. So when you change the order of things, you will create a problem. And then the person wants to join a relationship without being well alone. It's not going to work. Then I suspect what happened to you is this. You join a relationship with a woman who was not ready. She was tired from the previous relationship. She brought this tiredness to your relationship. Then you didn't know how to deal with it. What happened to you? You got tired, and most probably she neglected you. She didn't care for you, and then you looked for it outside. Then later you realized the mess you made. So what should you do? Do you think you lost her? Then you have nothing else to lose. But an opportunity to regain her trust. What should you do? You must separate feelings. The greatest problem with relationships, with love life, are feelings. Feelings get on the way. You will not solve problems with feelings, but with reasoning. So I suggest you to do the following. First thing, you will make an inventory of what is wrong in this relationship. It's not to point out what she's doing wrong, but both are to be blamed. So you must make a list. What is wrong in our relationship? How we got here? Where we got wrong? Where I got wrong, where you got wrong, where we got wrong. It's not a task of finding someone to be blamed, but a task of finding problems. For example, I only got concerned with working and not paying attention to you. I was concerned with bringing money and not being present. You brought from your previous relationship a feeling that I'm still your ex. I'm guessing, I don't know if that's the case, but you will list all the problems. Bring everything to the table. Make an inventory. What is wrong with our relationship? How we got here? In other words, a diagnosis, an X-ray of your relationship. Make a list. You can do it alone and bring her first your flaws, that she may not feel attacked, and then you can invite her to do the same. Again, emphasizing, I'm not here looking someone to be blamed, but I'm looking for a diagnosis, the sickness in our marriage, that we may find the cure. Once you agree among yourselves, this is what spoiled our relationship. I had a bad character. I felt that you neglected me and I looked for attention outside. Bring everything to the table. Before that, you must make this complete inventory before all problems that you brought to the table. Then you will look at it and say, well, what now? What should we do? You have to make a decision. With all these that happen to us, that is happening to us, can we put all this behind us, have a different attitude and restart? And to restart, what should we do? Then there's no feelings here, and only reasoning, only a decision. Making this inventory, then clearly you will know if she's willing, if there's any chance, then she'll engage, she will talk, she will speak. But if there's no chance, she'll not even talk to you. Then in this case, you must treat yourself. So before giving up and thinking, I lost her, make this inventory of what happened and what is happening in your relationship. Bring this to the table. Talk without attacking, just to find the diagnosis. Once you learn the sickness, ask yourself, what is the cure? What should we do about it? We need to forgive. We need to look for help. We need to be healed. That's it. Like this, you'll be able to give one step towards the rebuilding of your trust and what is left between the both of you. If you cannot do it alone, I know this is not easy for a couple who is in the eye of the storm because there are feelings, grudges, and at times the couple cannot even talk, then look for help. That's why love therapy exists. Wherever you are, there's love therapy close to you, and if you want, you can book an appointment with the couple responsible there. Just like Christiane and I, we talk to couples every Thursday in love therapy. You can book an appointment personalized to your situation, to your marriage. We will sit and we will listen to what is happening. We'll give you the diagnosis and the cure. What you have to do to heal your relationship. Do you want help? Come here to the Temple of Solomon Thursday. We talk to people before 6 p.m. and then 8 p.m. the seminar begins. If you want help, then access terapiadoamor.tv or call 020-7686-6000, our UK number. Christiane and I will wait for you at the Temple of Solomon. See you then. That's it. Without a diagnosis, there's no cure. Without diagnosis, there's no medication, so that you may treat your relationship. First, if there's a diagnosis, then you look for the cure. The greatest problem with couples is that most not even know what is wrong with them. And if you don't know what is wrong, then you will remain giving shots in the dark and only getting hurt. So look for help. Love therapy will help you to find the diagnosis with what is wrong with you and your relationship. See you then. Bye-bye.